you know what, I'm looking in the wrong place. It came in ahead of time. From Jordan Moller in California. And you've kind of covered this, but you know, he says, what have we learned from the LightSail mission? And I would say just the whole LightSail program.
Space is hard.
I was going to say, how easy. That's what we learned. What a piece of cake.
I wish.
We knew that, but it was confirmed by the program. We learned, yeah, we have learned how to better operate a solar sailing spacecraft. We have learned that you really can take 32 square meters of Mylar and shove it into a little tiny space like this, deploy it on booms, and actually use it to propel your spacecraft. And it's a demonstration. I think Bill has some theories about the importance of demonstration, and that's actually been important as well.
There's a famous quotation, everybody, when I worked at Boeing, by the first test pilot on the 707, which before it was called 707. One test is worth 1,000 expert opinions. And so LightSail-2 proved it first time. And Bruce, to me, as a guy just listening, reading the thing every week that you would publish, your email chain and what have you, learning to steer it took quite a while. And, you know, steering this thing from the ground, it's a very low mass object, but because it's so spread, it was so spread out, it has a tremendous amount of inertia. And so learning to get the thing to do what you wanted at the same time you're going around the Earth was nicely done.
No, it was very challenging. In our spacecraft, we also learned, or I mean, again, kind of emphasize the importance of momentum management, so to speak, which is we had a reaction, a momentum wheel that spun very, very fast, and we'd use for the 90-degree rotation that we did twice per orbit. And basically you spin that up, and eventually you have a place where you can't spin it any faster, otherwise you'll damage the mechanism. And trying to unspin it, get that momentum out, is a challenge. And so we've tried various timings and settings, and that kind of worked out. We also had a big breakthrough in recalibrating the gyros. The gyroscopes really help because you need to know how you're spinning in order to figure out how to correct that spin. We also are doing currently working on understanding the degradation of the sail over time, the sail material, and that will be conceptually applicable to future missions. And so a variety of things, and again, in addition to what we've learned technically, we've put the idea out there as more than an idea.
I mean, like the whole thing is itself was an existence proof. Like, I mean, and that's what I think is so, like, what did we learn? Like, oh, it can be. Like, no, there was no instruction manual about how to do this before. And so everything was kind of new and learned from this, which is what was so exciting about the mission, particularly me as an observer for you all doing really hard work on this. It was just every day you kind of figuring out how to do it, you were learning something that you were then passing forward to the whole community.
Solve problems that have never been solved before, brings out the best in us. That's space exploration.
Well phrased, both of you.
I love it. I love it.